Hello everyone, welcome back to Automaton episode number 51. Since we last left off, I've had a little live stream where we finished off some of the builds and the roofs and some other things that I wanted to add in on our factory build here, and I think it looks pretty good in my opinion. And this part of the roof is kind of different, but I mean it's different all over, you know, and I like the fact that it's just unique. We also added in the bridge over there, which is kind of empty on the inside, and I'll show you guys a little bit more of that in a little bit. But we also got some like cables for like almost like railing on the side, and of course there could be a little bit more done to the boat and on the inside, but some fine details it's, you know, other people can also do in the world download also, if you guys haven't already, obviously. But we got a little bit of stuff I wouldn't mind trying to jump to do today. So there we go. I got some flint. We're gonna toss this flint inside of a crusher. So, if I can get inside. I actually got a tip about the quantum bridge as well. The quantum bridge, apparently, if I use an energy cell on an energy acceptor, apparently that helps out on maybe getting that to work. So it might be something worth looking into. Are you serious? Well, that's good to know. I didn't think it actually did that. But, like I said, good to know. Alright, so we got a bunch of gunpowder being made. There we go. We'll just let that kind of do its thing for a moment. While it finishes off, we're going to have to go sleep because it's night now already. By gosh. Oh my gosh. But there we go. So the quantum bridge could require a... I really don't even have the space unless it only takes... If it even takes one, but then it's going to run more stuff off this line, which means I would need to set up another dense cable coming off of this. With this room in the back was never meant to look pretty. In all honesty, it was not meant to look pretty. So if we got like some cable anchors here and some dense cable that we would run off of a different side of our controller, we could run the anchors on top so they wouldn't connect and bring it over to our quantum bridge there, hook it up with a, I believe, I don't know if it needs it on both sides or if it just needs it on the opposite side, but put an acceptor on the other side with an, what are those things called? Energy cells? Yeah, those things. I was thinking battery, I don't know why. But put like an energy cell on the other side so it just kind of has that power, I guess. But I mean, in sense, we kind of already had power, but maybe it doesn't like other mods, you know what I mean? And that could be the issue that we're running into, because someone said that they was having the exact same problem. So, yeah. Well, we could give it a shot and see. It wouldn't take too long, but then it would require me to log out and log back in, which really wouldn't be that big of a deal. So the acceptor should be over there. Let's get an energy cell made. We'll just make a dinky one real quick, or attempt to make a dinky one. And see if it works, but we still have to hook up the quantum bridge over as well. I mean, if we see if it probably uses a couple, we could fix it by making more of the dense cables. But for now, let's just go ahead and get some regular cables. And now that we got that added in, we can actually, you know what? We actually have these things auto-craftable, don't we? Let's do it. Yeah, 16 should be enough. Do it. Hello? There we go. So there they are. Nice. Very awesome. And we'll grab these cable anchors back out. We'll see if we can try. We'll see if we can try. I think it's worth it. I mean, someone takes their time to respond to an issue. I think it's worth a shot. So like I said, this is not going to look pretty at all. But we're going to give it a shot. Oh, and we need one there and there. This is going to keep all of these from connecting. It's going to be on its own side. And we got to make sure we run this the right way. Alright, so that should make that out. This, like I said, it's not going to look pretty. I didn't say it was going to look pretty. This is just more for testing. But there we go. We got it hooked up now. If we bring out our network tool, which I do believe is in our bag, And I will empty this all out, by the way, for our finale and all of that good stuff. But let's go ahead and do that real quick and take a look. All right, so that's all hooked up. It's draining our power like a madman. We have no channels coming off of this side, which is good. That means it's not touching anything it's not supposed to. And let's go ahead and come over here. While we're over here, I'll show you guys what I did. So we got some of these wall mounts with these connectors. Yeah, structural cable connectors. And these are just decorative steel wires here, coming up and just kind of along the side here. And then we use some chisel and bits on this, so it might be a little rough on some of you guys that have a little bit weaker computers and stuff. We also got the steel sheet metal bank here, a way to get up to the top up here. And this is what it looks like. We got some lanterns in here so the mobs don't spawn. And I didn't actually get up like a, a control system or like a, a actual wheel or anything in here for the steering or any of that stuff. So I'll let creative minds take care of that, even though I know I do have one. But this comes down to the bottom down here as well, so we have access to a good portion of the ship and all that good stuff. Let's see, so that's all there, and then we got our energy acceptor here. I'm not sure which side this should go on, honestly, but we're gonna make a guess. Will that work? That does not actually work. So I guess we should probably flip that around. There we go. And we'll put the energy cell on the top, and then the acceptor right on top of it, like so. And then we'll turn this on so we can get a little bit of power running into it. Fill up the lines again, and we got power running into the energy cell again. There we go. Let's go ahead and check our network tool. So it looks like it's actually connected now, which is wonderful. And this thing will probably just stay on, because we have plenty of biodiesel, but I'll turn it off. The way everyone has it. Looks like all of them are now online. What I'm going to do real quick is we're going to head back over. We're going to log out and log back in and see if those fluids are still showing up in our fluid storage. And if that works, then there we go. We got a fix, which is beautiful. I like it when things work. Look at that. 1232. Like I said, not beautiful, but hey, you know what I mean? So if we look in here now, we have a ton of biodiesel, which is still being made and coming in. It's being used currently. But we also have a good chunk of actual diesel. Now, another thing that needs to be fixed is those lines out there on that, which I may do after this episode. It needs to be kind of changed around a little bit. So, all right, let's go ahead and save real quick. We're going to log out. We're going to log right back into the Factory of Bentley. It's been literally the entirety of the series since you guys have seen that there. So let's go ahead and check, and it's gone. Give it a second. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's very nice. So it kind of needs a little bit of, I think what it is possibly it needs like a kick start. You know, it needs a kick start on that side is what I'm seeing. And that energy cell is there to do that. And it looks like that does indeed fix the issue. It just takes a second for it to jump back in. And that's nice. I'm glad that is a thing. Oh boy. Very awesome. All right, so let's go ahead and work on a little bit of the last things that I kind of want to jump onto on board. Let's go ahead and put a few things away, kind of clear up our inventories a little bit. And let's get some export buses, or an A export bus at least. All right, we're probably going to want a couple acceleration cards, and I think there's a crafting card? Nah, we don't really want a crafting card, do we? Do we want a fuzzy one, maybe? Maybe fuzzy. Fuzzy might be good. Fuzzy things are nice. There we go. We'll see if that works. I'm just going to make an assumption here. So what I'm going to actually attempt to do here is let's get some ladders. Oh, this is the scaffold covered ladder. Very nice. All right, so I'm also going to go ahead and put a few things in here that I know we're not going to be using anymore, which is that. Chisel and bits, bits and chisel, chisel and bits, bits and chisel. And we'll go ahead and set us up a nice little way to get up to the top right here. Which, like I said, doesn't look the best in the world, but hey, it is what it is. There we go. Something like that. Oh, let me also grab some Oops, that thing doesn't work. There's no point in using that. Let's grab some bars to make it look nice. And we'll bring that down to like right about there, because I do like the way these scaffold covers looks. It kind of makes it show a little bit more of like, hey, there's a ladder here, and you need to be sure and be careful so you don't fall off. I think that would work well for someone. I know that's not really great on ladders, but we all have our little down problems with certain mechanics in video games. That's a thing. Alright, so we got that. Let's go ahead and put that back in and that back in. Let's grab some iron bars. Let's head up. Bloop, 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 bloop. Finish this little bit up. I actually kind of forgot about this up here. But here's the other portion of this roof. So we could do something on that. Like I said, I kind of like the way this looks. This is the main part of the factory, and I didn't really want to replicate it again. Even though, honestly, it would probably look really cool if it was, now that I think about it and stand on this side. That would look really awesome, especially if we had one facing that way and another one facing that way. So you could watch the sun set that way and watch the sun rise in this one that way. That'd be kind of awesome. Yeah, well, maybe again in the future. This is not going to be my last factory that I ever decide to build. I can tell you that right now. I do love me some factories. They're awesome and fun. Alright, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need an extra line. We're going to need some cables. We're going to run some cables up to the roof, or partly to the roof. So let's go ahead and grab another quick 16, which we cannot do because we are out of Certus quartz dust. That is the worst thing in the world, and it makes me the saddest ever. But it's okay. We're going to get it fixed. How are we doing? Okay, good. So the thing's back working. Turn that back off. Put those back inside. We'll just go and get another quick stack, and we'll be good to go. So I have, for those of you guys that have been watching thoroughly throughout the whole series, I know a lot of you guys probably have in question things like, what's coming up next? What are you gonna do next in the series, Bentley? What's the next series you're actually gonna do? Now, that's what I meant, I guess. It's kind of the question that's been kind of jumping around, up and around and about everywhere, is what are you gonna do next? What is on the agenda after? Well, I do have a couple things that I've actually been looking into doing. Some almost similar to this. I'm trying to find things that are not quite as similar to this pack, but I'm also trying to refrain from playing any sky blocks, basically, because I do know that Sky Factory is on its way in the near future going to be released, and I love playing Sky Factory on, like, the skies of Bentley, of course. It's so fun, and it's great, and I love being as creative as possible because there's so much you can be creative with on a actual skyblock map. Now, I'm trying not to get burned out because there's so many of those packs out right now, and it's just kind of crazy with the amount of skyblocks that are out there. I mean, there's a couple out there. Teddy's even doing one right now that I was even considering doing because it looks so good, but at the same time, I do know that pack is a little, it's a little much. I would feel like it would be a bit much for how I do my YouTube. And I even asked Teddy the same question. He was like, yeah, honestly, it would probably be a bit much for how you do your YouTube and record and all that stuff. So I was like, yeah, well, probably for the best. Plus, if you guys want to see it, Teddy is doing it himself. It's called Ultimate Alchemy. It's a pack by R.W. Timma, and he is the creator of Extra Utilities. So if you guys are interested in seeing some of that, by all means, check it out because it's pretty cool looking. I actually poked around a little bit with it, and it was actually pretty fun. I really kind of enjoyed a little bit of what I just kind of saw and poked around in. So if you guys are interested, there you go. There's something for you guys to check out. But I got some that are kind of sitting around. They're not huge packs because I don't really want to play like a really huge pack. I mean, I do love having a rather big pack so we can actually just do a whole bunch of different stuff inside of it. But then I get those people that are like, well, why didn't you use this mod? That's my favorite mod. Or why don't you go into this mod, you know? And it's just like, I don't want to do this mod because I've done it so much, you know, like Botania. Botania is one of those mods. I love Botania to death, but oh my gosh, I've played it to death, and there's like just a few new things added to it, nothing too crazy. So it's just kind of like, yeah. So that's just kind of like my thing on the whole matter. But I'm just kind of at that point where I'm trying to find that other pack with a good theme of what I got going on. Wow. Holy crap, I just did something bad. I converted all of that into sugarcane and I don't have any left. Can I make sugarcane? No, obviously. Dang it, I need to grow more sugarcane. I need more. Maybe not. May not need as much. I was thinking we might be able to get away with something, but actually, I have an idea. And you know what? I think it's about time we did this, even though it doesn't belong in here. Now there is a place very close. It's this ocean right here. It's a village right off this ocean. This place might... maybe not. But there's an island right over here that might have some sugarcane on it. This is a really cool village, by the way. And it's really, really close. Oops. Wait, what? Oh, achievements? Oh, whoops. Oh, it's J. My bad. So here's the island. Here's the factory. It's really close. And you got a bunch of these islands just kind of sitting all around. I just kind of found out we just don't have the kind of transport to get around reliably besides minecarts. And minecarts would take a minute because we don't have like high-speed rails or anything, which is... that's the downside. We don't have like high-speed rails and it's just... minecarts aren't super fast. I mean, you have the booster tracks, obviously, but they're still not super fast for that kind of distance. So, like, on screen, you guys would see me doing stuff, and it'd be like waiting 1.5 minutes till you arrive at your next destination. And I kind of felt like that'd be a bit much. That's why I kind of tried to put everything a little bit closer. We just didn't have anything that kind of got us around too quick. And I almost lost the airship there. What? What? Wait, when did this knockback actually start doing that on my ship? Alright. Interesting. Anyway. And back in the factory. Alright, there we go. So now we got some sugarcane. I'm gonna see if we can make a quick cloche. Or two. Or one. One's fine. And then we'll get some bone meal. Just a little bit. We don't want a whole bunch. And we're going to put this back here in the back somewhere where we got some power. Thought I could accept it on the back part of it, but I guess not. So, there we go. That'll work just fine right there. And we might even be able to access the system from it as well. Maybe. Actually, technically, if we put it towards the interface, it would actually do just that. So we just need to flip-flop it around a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, there we go. Actually, hold on. 1, 2. There we go. That should work. Alright, we'll put some dirt. Or sand. I guess if sand would work just fine as well. I would imagine. Because you could place it on sand too, so yeah, there you go. Alright, so there's that. And then we just need to feed it water, which water we can do from... ooh, gotta do it from that side? That's fine. I can fix that real quick. Not a big deal. Just put that there. That activates that again. Grab us an ender tank, which we are out of ender pearls. Oh, hey, wonderful. Oh, hey, wonderful. We're almost, yeah, that's just... I'm gonna borrow you. Just because I don't have time. I don't have time for your shenanigans. So there we go. We got sugarcane growing. And that should automatically output. So now we got sugarcane taken care of. So sugarcane should make its way into the system. After it's done growing, it should get to the top. And instead of staying inside of the cloche, it should be automatically pushed right into the interface and back into the system. And make another ender tank later. No big deal, whatever. We do need one more cable, though. Perfect. Not perfect-ish, but it's good enough. It'll work. All right, so there we go. Everything seems to be working so far. And let's go ahead and put that back inside. Sugarcane, let's go ahead and get a little bit more of that made. And look at that. Look at that. We got paper. It's beautiful. I like paper. Paper is nice. All right, so we got a bunch of gunpowder. And what I'm going to be doing, guys, is, well, I don't know if you guys have figured it out by now, but it is the end. I am going to go ahead and call this here. So I do want to go ahead and say, I hope you guys have enjoyed the series. I know a lot of you guys have really, really loved this series and all that it has been so far. And I do appreciate you guys all sticking around and joining me as well. It has been amazing. I loved it. It was fun. But I think it's kind of at that point. I think we're there, you know what I mean? And so that is kind of why I've been touching on a few things like what's coming up next and all of that good stuff. And I do think that it's going to be awesome. We're going to find a new pack. We're going to come up with a new theme. I know a lot of people really, really loved like a lot of my old builds, like, you know, Magic Farm 2. And we did stuff inside of, what do you call it? Unleashed. The Unleashed build was also probably one of my favorites I've ever done. I thought it was great and all of that goodness. Let's see. Can we do white? Yeah, let's do a little white. We'll do white. Sure, we'll do a couple black. I like how it's just kind of cycling through whatever we have. And instead of doing like a whole thing where maybe we decide to just, you know, blow something up, I thought maybe it might be kind of cool to blow something else up. We do have feathers, actually. Feathers would actually work pretty well, too, right? I think we can do that with the gunpowder and do a little bit of, was it glowstone, I think it is? And this is a burst. These are like star-shaped trail. And then these have like a twinkle effect to them. So we'll do some of those. We'll do a little bit of the red. And I guess we already used all the pink. That's fine. I think that's pretty good. Now, what I'm thinking about doing is, obviously, we got it kind of set up back here. I don't know how well this is actually going to work with this. Because, like, what is these? Well, they actually do all have the same, on the fireworks stars, that is. But to make the actual rocket, we're going to need that. We're going to need paper. And there you can go. There's our flight duration 3. I guess for like different sizes. Yeah, okay. So probably want to do a little bit of both. Where we kind of add in a little extra. There we go. Go ahead and put that in there as well. Now, do these all... Yeah, they do. So I think the fuzzy may end up working on this. I just hope that this actually works out the way I kind of want it to. I've never really done anything with fireworks before, so this is going to be fun, and we're implementing a mod into it as well, which is going to be awesome. And different, for me at least. And we'll see if we can, like... I don't know. I might have to figure a randomizer or something for this. Because it's probably going to just try to put them all in there, like, from, like, a very special... Just like, hey, guess what? We're going to put all these in all at once, and we're not going to randomize them at all. And that's just going to kind of stink. So we don't really want that. We kind of want to try to randomize it as much as we possibly can, so that way it looks nice. All right, so that kind of looks like a little bit of everything, at least that I'm looking for. And let's just say we do that. Let's see what happens if we put a whole bunch of those in there and take a look inside of the dispenser. Yeah, it's kind of randomized. That might work, actually, for a nice little fireworks show. All right, and then we basically just need something that's gonna kind of... Ooh, and it's nighttime already? This is gonna be perfect. Wow, Mom's out on the boat. So do we have any sort of, like, redstone clock or anything? Do we have anything of that nature in a mod? Redstone randomizer from Quark. That would actually be perfect. I think that would be perfect for what we're doing. So randomizer, because we don't want it all just to do it at the same time. We want to do it all kind of spontaneously different. You know what I mean? And this may end up doing it as long as I know exactly how this thing works. Oh, I see. So it randomizes based on the side. And it looks like we're still going to have to give it a signal. And maybe play with a little bit of redstoning. Oh, that's going to be fun. Let's double check and make sure we're not missing anything that would maybe do this a little bit better and or easier. Because we don't have like a redstone clock or anything like that. Maybe some redstone repeaters might be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll just do a few of those. Let's grab a little bit of our redstone. We have a lot of redstone ore too that I need to go through and just hit with our fortune, so that would be helpful, but we should be alright here. I would love to have like kind of my own switch so we could watch it from the front, turn it on and off, but yeah, that'd be alright. We'll figure it out. Alright, so let's do this, and then we're also going to go ahead and set up the repeater on both sides. In fact, let's just go ahead and... Ooh, well, that happened. Kind of give us a little space to work with here. The heck was that noise? You're not welcome here, Fred. Get out of here. I'm just gonna do that for now. I want it nighttime, dang it. I want it nighttime. And if I have to make it nighttime in a minute, I will make it nighttime in a minute. Alright, so we'll put another repeater right there. And just for the sake of doing this, we're gonna kind of change up some of these lengths just because. Move that one out of the way, move that one out of the way, and then we'll grab a little bit of redstone. Actually, probably don't want that connecting there. Actually, it probably wouldn't be bad if we just did two sides where they kind of connected. And then down to you. And then now we just need to do some sort of like redstone clock, I think, to kind of fire this. But let's go ahead and test that real quick. We're going to get a torch and or a lever. Lever might work, but we'll grab a torch just in case. And there's a couple ways we can make some vanilla redstone clocks to make this work right. For now, let's try that. Okay, that doesn't work. I'm not really sure how this particular block actually works. Do I need to hit it with like a redstone torch? Do I need to flip it? Well then. may not be completely implemented. I know this was a thing that would happen kind of like lately. Alright, let me be right back. Let me see, make sure that I'm not doing this completely wrong. Be right back. Alright guys, we're back real quick, and I kind of figured it out. The sun's coming up, so gosh dang, I hate doing this. Uh-oh. Alright. Let's do it. There we go. I went at nighttime so we can see this. So you can see what it does. The randomizer actually... Look at that. That's cool. But the randomizer just kind of says, oh, you're either going to go this way or that way. So in doing that, left side, right side. And that time it shot 2. So if we set up a very quick little redstone clock here, which that won't work, but this will, which we do with some repeaters. And we can kind of change up the timing on this just a little bit. Let's see, let's do this, and that. And we might need one on this side. So it's a good thing we have a couple extra. All right, we'll just deliver a quick burst here. There we go. So there you go, guys. Some fireworks for you all, showing the grand opening of the factory for all of you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this series as much as I did. I really want to say thank you so much for all of the continued support. Also, having the fact that we got to have 100,000 subscribers, which is, by the way, this is not my celebration for that. I'm gonna do that in a bit, so you don't have to worry about that. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for everything. I want to say thank you so much. We got some more series coming up after, and I hope you guys are going to be here to join me for the new series. It should be happening in the next, well, either tomorrow or the day after, one of those days. As soon as I find a pack that is kind of, well, what I'm looking for, you know what I mean? So I'm actually going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to go ahead and get the world download ready for you all. I'm going to have a world download made after this episode, so you guys can download it and all of that stuff. Hopefully it'll be up to date. If not, I will add it in the following day or so, and just check back if anything. So there you guys go. Some awesome fireworks with a couple mods added in. I'm not going to fire them all for you, so if you guys want to play with some fireworks yourself, by all means you can. Pretty awesome. And that'll go ahead and turn that off. Very cool. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the series. And I want to say thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart for being here and enjoying it with me. I know we didn't finish a whole bunch of everything, but I just feel like it's time. And, well, I'll see you guys in the next adventure. Until then, goodbye.